In this video, let's take a look at variables and what is a variable, what is assignment, and what is declaration. So, mostly, whenever you wanted to do some addition or subtraction, so you have to declare the variables. For example, x is equal to 5, y is equal to 10, and let's do addition for both of them. X plus y is equal to 15, right? So here x is a variable, and the data types like int, double, character, boolean strings are the declarations. Let's see what exactly it is. So I'm taking code over here. So let's write this one. Write file hello.cpp. So this is something we already have seen. So I'm to save the time, I'm typing fast over here. So return 0. All right. So here we have data types, right? Data types. We have int. It's int. B double. Say boolean for character 5 or D. I can say string. So let's see what exactly when we have to use which one. So int data type, it only holds the values like 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, etc. So whenever you have like decimals, int can't hold that value. So in those scenarios we have to use a double. So if you have a price, for example, $10.99 or like 265 rupees and 35 decimals, right? So like 35 paisa. So in those cases we have to use the double. So boolean comes into the picture when you want to print like true or false, right? And character, when you have something like a dollar symbol, or when you have like only one letters, you have to use the characters. And whereas when it comes to strings, you have to use when you have to use a description, etc. So let's see. First we will go ahead, we'll start with the int. Yep. So what I will do, I will take a simple character int x is equal to int x. I have declared int x, and I'm going to assign a value x is equal to 5. And now I'm going to print the value c out x. Okay, let's run this one, and then it is running. So g++ hello.cpp, my executable, right? So when I do this one, you can see the value it print as 5. So we have passed the value x is equal to 5. It was able to print the value as 5. So this is working fine. So here we have like two steps over here to declare the to assign a value 5 for the declaration for data type int. So instead of like these two, I can pass something like int x is equal to 5 over here, and I can skip this one. Still it prints the same output. If you run this one, you can see here. If you run this one, you can see over here. So both works in the same way, right? So for example, let's say I wanted to print int y is equal to 6. Okay, and let's print y. So standard c output y into the line statement, and it has printed now. Okay, so here standard, sorry, everyone makes the mistakes. So making mistakes is really good. We can understand the errors, syntax errors. So it has printed both the values. Now I wanted to do the sum and assign the variable sum. So in sum is equal to x plus y. Now we all knew that what is the sum of 5 and 6, it is going to be 11. So let's print the value over here. Sum of x and y is colon, and I'll select sum column, this one. So now it printed the value 11. So this is like good. So this is how we can do the additions or subtractions very easily. And now let's say, for example, I have a value price is equal to 95.99. And now, for example, let's delete this one, and I wanted to print the price. Okay, so let's print the price. Standard c out price. Okay, and now my expectation over here is that it prints the value 95.99, but whereas it just prints 95 as a value. So it's because this int data type, it only holds the values, but not, it can't hold a decimal. So in those cases we have to use a double. So in, I mean, if in case if you're a Pythonic guy, Pythonic person, so basically we use the float over there, and here we use the double. So now I'm executing the same code over here, and if you run C here, it prints a value 95.99. So this is the main difference between the int and the double. Let's take a look at the boolean. So boolean is nothing but boolean only produces two kinds of outputs, either true and or false, right? So for example, let's say boolean student passed, student is equal to true. So for example, let's say the student, whether student, he's still a student or not, he's a student. Okay, and whenever we print this boolean, if it is a true, it prints the output as 1. Okay, if in case boolean, what else example we can get for the boolean? So let's say power. So you have power at home or not? False. So now I'm printing this one, and line student count, so power. And if I print, it will print the output as 0, because for true it always prints 1, and for false it always prints 0. And remember that if you, in case if you put like true like this as like Python, it will throw an error for sure. So do remember this one. So always keep this as like small case, because this language similar to like Python, this is also case sensitive. Right, now we have successfully able to print both of this one. And the fourth one is going to be the character. So what exactly is the character? So I'm just deleting all of this stuff over here. So for example, let's say character symbol is equal to dollar, right? And now let's print this one. Okay, we have to give one single apostrophe, sorry for that. And here is a symbol. And why we have to only print this one? For example, if you try to put character only holds one value for one assignment. For example, if I try to print my name, it shows an error, right? But if you only print the one letter, and then if you execute, it works perfectly fine. So try to use the character data type only when you have like a one symbol, like currencies or like password file 1 or 0, etc. In those cases only you need like one value at a time, you use the character over here. So for example, let's say if you want to print the name, how you can print this one? This is where the string option operation comes into the picture. And unlike other ones where we are like defining the data types, for the strings we have to define like this one: standard string, for example name is equal to Rajiv. Okay, and now let's print this one: standard C output name. And now you can see it prints the name as Raju. For example, let's say Pujala, which is actually my name. And also I wanted to declare my age as well, so I'm going to like int age is equal to 33. And now what I will do over here, so we know, so I want to print two lines. So or else okay, so what I'm going to do, let's print in a nice way: standard C out, okay, hello, and I will print the name here. So basically what this prints like hello Raju Puchala, right? I want to print my age in a new line, so that's the reason I want to put this end of the line statement. Okay, standard C out, you are how many years old, age years old. Okay, let's run this one. There it goes. So hey Raju Pujala, you are 33 years old. So whatever we write, always ensure that so someone could able to read your output, someone could able to read your code. So this is how we create a kind of an environment in the techie world. Thanks for watching this video.